Is from my town, Roanoke, River Laker, and he was born and educated in England. And I could try and do an English accent, but if I do, it'll probably turn like Spanish or Mexican or whatever. But he majored in literary studies, contemporary art, film, and religion before moving to the U.S. and studying counseling psychology. His presentation tonight is entitled, "Because We're All Stars, Baby." So, are you ready? Let's make welcome River Laker.
Okay, on June the 10th, 1966, at around 10 p.m., I was placed on the bottom step of this ancient monument in Lincolnshire, North England, wrapped snug and warm in a duck feather comforter. I was left as an orphan, 5 days old. Within a week, I was in the care of a children's home in Tunbridge, Kent, a few miles southeast of England. And I was a cute baby, with a penchant for wearing surgical gauze around my head. And so at 6 months old, I was adopted by a couple from Folkestone, Kent. This became my family, along with a brother and sister also adopted from similarly bizarre backgrounds. I was a bright kid, so at age 11, became a pupil of Harvey Grammar School, a high school for smart children. Unfortunately, I had a crippling shyness and was the most picked-on boy out of about 800 students attending. I was nicknamed Bouncer because I walked like that. It was a torturous experience. Unfortunately, things got worse when I joined a local gym to toughen myself up and ended up getting sexually abused by the dirty old gym instructor. I recently researched this topic, and current stats indicate 1 in 6 males are abused before they reach the age 18. So although it's likely most inappropriate for me to be talking about this here, I know I'm not alone. Rather than tell anyone about the abuse, I concluded, it seems like I have something in demand. So while still in high school, on the weekends I took day trips to London to work as a hustler. But clients insisted on showering me with proclamations of their love for me, and it tore me up because I believed them, so I quit being a hooker. Not surprisingly, I was a rather confused kid. I was Jeremy, then Robert, then Carl, then Joseph, then River. I disconnected from my parents and thought Debbie Harry of Blondie was my real mother. Then I adopted David Sylvian of pop band Japan as my mentor. I just knew we'd become best friends. But when I obtained his home phone number, he said, "Stop ringing this bloody number." I came to wonder, what would it be like to shoot a man? How do I choose who to shoot? But surely I'd get caught. I studied the historical Jesus, what he said and did, and I became the most reluctant follower. But love was born in my heart, along with an evangelistic zeal that a communist would die for. Then came the drugs. I pushed more weights, garden, do online shopping, laundry, buy groceries, write greenways, and still have time to clean the bathroom grouty with a toothbrush until it gleams. I've also been to every emergency room in the region overdosing. I haven't used drugs for 19 days. In the meantime, there wasn't a venue for the non-commercial band, the non-Blue Ridge Mountain landscape painting crowd, so at the downtown library where I work in Roanoke, we started the Emerging Artist Show. I had no experience hosting art or music shows, but hundreds from the community came to the rather quirky music and art show openings. I came to dislike cars, so I sold mine one weekend. I became carless Brit, committing to not using a car for 6 months. I proclaimed this loudly, making videos every day, endless blog posts. It was a hit with almost everyone. I became the bike advocate who doesn't wear a bike helmet and rides through stop signs. About 350 folks joined me for a party celebrating Carlos Brit. The ticket for entry was arriving in anything but a one-person occupied car. Kids skipped to the party, there was a bike fashion show and a game show on Carlos Brit's videos. The contestants' knowledge of my video content was unsettling. I was then given a downtown Roanoke storefront property to use for 6 months. Obviously, I decided to open the Carlos Brit Museum, a museum dedicated to myself. A playful response to accusations I was using tax dollars to self-promote. Within 6 months, after 6 months was up, we staged a break-in, destroying the museum. A media outlet reported the break-in, asking for witnesses to this horrible crime. I thought to myself, car drivers don't appreciate that every car driver that switches to becoming a bike rider creates more space on the roads. To increase the love, we did a spatial demonstration. We constructed metal frames to make our bikes the size of a car. but I'm not sure people really got the point of this one. The next experiment was living for 30 days without using cash or credit cards, instead begging, bartering or stealing. It was the recession peak. I wanted to inspire others to discover latent talents to use when cash was short. I bartered flowers for cereal, made business promo videos for chocolate supplies, even had an unsuccessful attempt at dumpster diving. Then, as the beautiful cherry blossom petals cascaded in a park, a creative muse fell upon me. Then I saw photographer Marianne Marks, and I told her my vision for a 50s glamour photo homage. We shot this there and then. The next in the series is the classic Monroe shot in the corner, masculinized of course, with me wearing billowing boxers and a beautiful lady watching. As my love for making short one-take videos continues, Shadowbox movie theatre approached me about hosting a retrospective. The retrospective was one of the most beautiful community events I've been to. The theatre sold out, there was such laughter, such camaraderie, one big happy family letting their hair down for 2 hours. And at age 45, last year, I decided to start a band, write 10 songs, perform them live, make a music video and CD all in 6 months. I couldn't play an instrument, had no understanding of music and had never written a song before, but we did it. We played live at Kirk Avenue Music Hall. One couple declared, "We've never seen or heard anything like this in our whole life." Moving on to the Square Society's Valentini auction at 202 Market. To me, the event reeked of human trafficking. With prior approval as one of the bachelors, I stoically stripped down as a protest to just a bicycle helmet adorned with lovely flowers. Media headlines of local government employees stripped at charity event went nationwide. The rest is history. You may conclude from this talk that I have some personal issues, even dysfunctions. But my message today is very simple. Whatever you have been through, whatever you are going through, don't ever let that stuff convince you that you are not able to express your creativity. We are all stars, baby. Let your uniqueness, your individuality shine. Homogenization is a horrible thing. I close with the brand for Silver Seas PR, a business I'm launching in a few weeks. Silver Seas is a public relations company devoted to obtaining media coverage for those engaged in cultural activity. It may fail, but better to have tried than not, don't you think? Mediocrity is a never-ending rising tide. Thank you.